Hello yogis, yoginis. In this video I will show you how to work on your handstand. It doesn't matter if you have a handstand practice or not. Just make sure that you are warmed up, maybe with a couple of sun salutations. We're warming up our wrist right now. So your fingertips are pointing to your knees and the elbow inside to the front. You can also tuck your toes under and then just sitting back to stretch the wrist, to stretch our forearms. Could be quite intense if you're doing this for the first time, but it's a nice warming up for our wrist. Sometimes forget that this is an essential part, especially when you're practicing lots of vinyasa, flow, variation in your yoga practice. So now the hands are pointing to each other. We're just shifting the weight from one to the other hand. Make sure that your fingertips are staying on the ground. Now the back of my hands is on the ground and the other hand is pressing on top. So can imagine that I want to press out my whole hand. I'm doing a couple of rotations here. And then do the same on the other side. Just switching. Yes. And then if you release, always shaking is a good idea, shaking out tension in our hands, arms and shoulders. But as I said already, make sure you warmed up before. Now we're coming into jumping against the wall. So wherever you have a wall, you can do this exercise. Around 2 feet away from the wall. And you want to ground your hands down. So spread your fingers as wide as you can, feet together. And then we're making little jumps against the wall. You're going jumping against and landing as softly as you can. So maybe in the beginning 5 to 10 jumps against the wall will be enough. And it takes a while that you have this feeling in your body that you can actually jump against and not falling right ahead back. So it takes a bit, but you will get there, I promise. Taking a quick rest in between, shaking out your hands, drawing some circle with your wrist to release tension, and then reminding yourself to have fun while doing this, adjusting your pants if you need to, like I do right now, and then going into a second round. So always going 2 or 3 times for the same exercise to improve. Jumping against the wall, feet together when you're starting, and then try to land as softly as you can. Many reps as possible. Sometimes you're tired after 5, sometimes you do have more energy. You can go up to 15 or 20 jumps, even more. It's a good practice to start. Yeah. So then we're coming into our second exercise for today. You want to sit as close as you can with your back to the wall, like you sit in Dandasana, yeah, in the stock pose. Your feet are flexed, and then you're reaching to your feet. And actually where the place where your feet are ending, you want to place your hands if possible. And you can either mark this point or as gracefully as you can, move yourself around so your back is facing the wall. And then you spread your fingers as wide as you can, shoulder width. There's no jump against the wall. Now we're stepping up against the wall, but we want to create an L shape with our body. So with the upper body and the lower body, you want to create an L. And in the beginning, you might feel that you are too close to the wall. So try to avoid to bring your hands further away from the wall. Yeah, it feels you're too close, but actually this is the perfect L shape. You are in there. Every joint is stocked on each, and this gives you stability in your body. Making a break in between. If this is the first time you're doing it, give yourself a few stretches for your wrist, for your neck, for your shoulders. Yeah, and then we're going into a second round, of course. You can do the same as you did before, or you're coming into the second round and then you're gonna start to straight your legs again. If it's not too scary, then press one foot further and more against the wall and lift one leg up. We're not going to do a full handstand today, but just to have the feeling of, oh, how is it to release one leg against the wall from a the wall away. And then, of course, doing it on the other side. And getting a bit into this feeling to be upside down and increasing the strength of our shoulders. For the beginning, 2 rounds are enough. And then just closing the eyes, observing the feeling in your body. Thanking yourself. Thank you for watching this video. If you do have any questions, leave us a comment. Namaste.